Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. People are walking out of Home Depot angry and upset. And quite frankly, this has upset me in the past over the last few years, and it seems to be getting worse and worse. But literally at the checkout line, some people are starting to get pissed and they're walking out of Home Depot. Now here on the eve of Black Friday, when you're expected to see tons and tons of shoppers, I know on Black Friday, last year we saw not so many come out. And a lot of people are doing interesting things with their shopping habits, where more people are shopping at Walmart this year than other places in the past, because people are trying to stretch their dollar farther and farther because inflation is crushing them. Well, there's other things that companies are doing to tick off their purchasers. And I know it sounds small, but check this story out. And then again, on the eve of Black Friday, and if you want, the links down below for all my Black Friday deals. Most of my courses, financial courses, are 90% off down below for a limited time. This is out of the US Sun. Just walked out. Home Depot shopper leaves everything after waiting 10 minutes only to be denied the payment method. Now this has ticked me off too. A Home Depot shopper has slammed the retailer after seemingly encountering a problem at the self-checkout. The customer was less than impressed after being blocked from using a payment method. It seems like more and more of these payment methods are walking away from cash. Dave here was furious when he couldn't pay for his goods using cash, according to an X post. He was so infuriated after waiting 10 minutes in the line, he claimed that he left everything at the kiosk and walked out. Dave then said he decided to buy items at a Tractor Supply store. Tractor Supply is a chain of stores that has over 2,000 outlets across the US. He says, "I will never shop at your place again," he said in the tirade addressed to Home Depot. The US Sun has approached Home Depot for comment. Financial experts have revealed why some self-checkout machines are cashless. Now, it is weird to me that why aren't all of those self-checkout lines able to take cash? There are a lot of times I want to pay with cash. It's because, honestly, the world's trying to go away from cash, and they're trying to move us to a cashless society. Governments are using big corporations to slowly push us in that direction. It's happening at banks too, where they don't really like you using cash. As a matter of fact, some banks, I'm blanking on which ones, put them down below at your bank. If you are penalized or charged for either large cash deposits or withdrawals, or you only get so many per month. You see, it's a slow push to where it's that frog in the boiling water. Doesn't realize it's dying until it's too late, because the temperature just keeps rising ever so slightly. Well, there is more and more cashless deals going on right now before our eyes. And it's really ticking me off. It says here, experts at Stack Exchange have revealed that one perk of a cashless machine is that it doesn't require workers to count the bills at the end of their shift. I mean, you know what ticked me off a long time ago was, it started really here with Home Depot and then took off in Walmart, where you would have like 5 or 6 of these lanes where you could go in and there was a human being getting paid a wage, being able to make a living, checking out your stuff, asking if there's anything else you needed, making sure you're happy. Then it went to like, hey, we're putting 4 of these kiosks in for self-checkout, and now there's only one person paid to watch 4 of these kiosks. And I'm like, there's just jobs going away. And so many times I would go past that and go into the one register that was open, right? And the person at the kiosk thing say, "Hey, sir, there's no line here." And I said, "No, it's fine. I'm here to save your job or create more. I'm gonna go with the person and get checked out." And every time I said that, the person like sort of nodded their head. They knew what I was doing and what I meant. But now there's days where you go into Home Depot and there is not one checkout lane with a person there. You are forced to go into those automated lanes where you've got to ring it all up, all that stuff. You're always like, oh, are they going to think I'm stealing something? I'm ringing all. It just blows my mind, right? At the same time, they've got most of their stuff now, they're putting behind bars and cages because they're worried about theft. Well, you know, if you didn't have so many of those cashless registers, you may have a little bit of a better problem with, or less of a problem with that. But see, that's where our society is going. It says here, it's not just self-checkout machines that do not accept cash. Sports stadiums are among the venues that only allow fans to buy their items using cards. Ted Rossman, a Bankrate senior industry analyst, told USA Today that the motive revolves around convenience. No, it's not. The motive is a slow squeezing of the economy, turning them from cash society to a cashless society. That's what's happening. This is a large plan from government to big corporations that have become monopolies, quite frankly. They're run by just a handful of people around the world, and they're doing this little by little by little. He says here, speed and convenience tends to be the main explanations, especially with most stadiums that have gone cash, he said. Well, I want to change that. How many of you agree with me that it's important to keep people employed, keep the amount of jobs out there up? And so why don't we? Because honestly, they could tell you all day long, hey, we're saving money at these with these kiosks because we employ less people so we keep costs down. That's a bunch of malarkey. I honestly believe that. So why don't we all make a stand? And if you're willing to do this, say, yes, I'll make that stand, to stand in a line to buy goods from whether it be Home Depot, Walmart, Target, whatever store you're at, Lowe's, it doesn't matter. Say, I'm going to stand in a line with a human being to check out my stuff, and I know that I am supplying them with a job, just with the plain and basic understanding that I'm in that line as opposed to the self-checkout line. What do you think would happen in the next month if not one person in America used a self-checkout line, whether it be in a grocery store or a goods store like this? They would abolish them. They would go, oh my gosh, what are we doing? Now, month 2, nobody's using them. Month 3, nobody's using them. And then that trend picks up on social media. They're going to get rid of those, and they're going to hire more people to check out your goods. That's what's going to happen. It's very easy. You know, in the last year, last couple of years, one thing that's been amazing to me is everybody has been voting with their purchases. You know, when a company would go woke, they would almost instantaneously go broke because it hit social media what they're doing with, you know, DEI policies or anything, that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden they would lose revenue because nobody was buying their goods. Well, now we've got a whole nother war on this front where they are wanting to eliminate more bank tellers, more cash register employees, more people that would work at convenience stores, quite frankly. You see completely cashless stores at airports and things like that, where they sort of scan you as you walk in and they make sure that you're not carrying anything out that you haven't paid for with a credit card or a debit card as you're walking out. And so this is a really important thing, I think. So if you're up for doing that, do me a favor and let me know down below that you're going to commit to only checking out. And if it takes a couple extra minutes to wait in line, you know, I'll be honest with you. It's like when I stood up and I went and voted for the people that I wanted to run this country and represent this country. You know, it took some time to go and do that. And every day I'm going to stand proud in a line at Home Depot or these other stores, and I'm going to get a checkout from a person. I'm not going to go and save a few minutes over there. I'm going to take my vote and I'm going to make it with my dollars and my time. I hope you got something out of this. I think it's important that we take a stand against this stuff. Discount down below for Black Friday. Most of my courses are 90% off, lower than I've ever done just for this Black Friday weekend. I hope you have a great day. The Economic Ninja is out.